You're listening to the Biohackers World podcast.
Hello. It's amazing to be here with Lea, our amazing speaker at the Biohackers World in Chicago. She's an amazing biohacker, energy healer, consultant, and a lot of different things we will talk about today.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Olia, co-founder of Biohackers World. Stay tuned for an amazing conversation today.
Amazing. As Olia said, my name is Lea Llovio, like love you. And I always say love you because I do, right?
Yes.
And one of the interesting things I just want to start with is that Olia and I had a deep connection from the beginning. And all of the people that are involved in biohacking, in wellness, in longevity, they have really big open hearts. You're not going to find people with closed off hearts. These people are trying to elevate how we help people heal. And that's our mission. Anyone who's a biohacker, a healer, a doctor, anyone who's trying to make a difference in the world, we really are here to help people heal. And that's why I call healers and doctors and biohackers and anyone in the healing modalities, I call them walking angels on earth. So just in case you thought angels were all out there, a lot of them are actually walking. Yes, exactly, part-time angels.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. This is our community all about. It's all about living not just longer, but also living happier. And happiness, it's not something you can find outside. It's something you start from within. So your happiness is up to you. So maybe, Lea, if you can share with us your approach in biohacking. So where do you find that happiness for yourself? Because joy is the best medicine, right? So happiness is from within.
100%. I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, so, I think that it's a two-part protocol. Right, you must work with your mental, emotional, and spiritual states. And you must also optimize your physical body. So if your physical body is not well, it's difficult for you to reach those elevated states of consciousness that we ultimately all want to reach, right? If you believe in anything other than the physical body, which actually quantum physics does teach us that, right? Everything is energy, and there is a cell called the quark that no one can explain where that very first cell came from, right? Albert Einstein, Max Planck, these were the leaders of quantum physics, and they did all get to a point where they were like, wait a minute, we can only explain so much. So this is where the higher consciousness comes in, where it's important to find a centering practice. And it can be something as simple as gratitude. It can be as simple as just having a good intention to heal your own body and to help other people heal. And as I said, I think many of us are part-time angels on earth. And anytime you have a good intention, now you're affecting all of the cells in your body. Everything reacts to your good intentions. And that's where you find happiness, in when you're actually serving other people and doing good thoughts, good words, good deeds for humanity.
Yeah, amazing. And let's be more practical a little bit. So what is biohacking for you? So how do you start your day? Do you have any secrets?
Oh, yes. I have lots of secrets, but they're actually very, very simple. So regarding the physical biohacking of the body, the things that I have done is optimize my brain chemistry, optimize my gut microbiome, and build muscle. So all of these things sound very scientific, and they actually are. However, they have an extreme effect on your spirit and on your mental states. One, brain chemistry. Many people come into the world with either traumatic experiences. Not everyone comes with a perfect family and with perfect circumstances. And also, there's a lot of toxins in the environment now. So all of these things really mess with your brain chemistry. And if your brain chemistry is not balanced, then it's very hard, again, to find that fulfillment in life. So one of my biohacks, one of the first ones that I did is eliminate sugar. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but really, when you start to decrease sugar, artificial sugar content in your life, you actually start to stabilize your mood. And the more you're able to stabilize your mood, the better you are able to make good decisions for your life, for your family, for your work, and in everything that you do.
It also can be challenging. Eliminating sugar in our country is a bit complicated because basically sugar is everywhere. In each product, in each dish, they have sugar, not the best type of it.
Right.
So it can be a bit challenging, but it's also rewarding when you do manage to avoid it. It's such a pleasure then to feel better afterwards.
100%.
You eat better food, you try to exercise a little bit, and then it's just so nice because your body is saying, literally telling you that I feel better, and you do feel it. And it's interesting how when we don't have enough minerals or vitamins, or you don't have enough sleep, or you're jet lagged, how it affects our body. And then I'm not in the greatest mood, and I'm angry, and I don't know why. I'm so disappointed, I'm so frustrated, and you have no idea why.
Right.
But it's basically just because you didn't have enough sleep. And I don't know, take an Astol or something just
Right.
to elevate your mood, or take those vitamins.
Right.
And we don't know how it affects us. So I love the idea of mind, body, spirit connection, because it's never just one thing. If your body doesn't feel good, it's never just about your body. It's also how you think about it, what you're looking for. If you expect something bad to happen, probably something bad will happen with you, because that's something that you expect. With biohacking, with all the modalities as well. So it's good to be mindful about what you do, even if you do those small exercises. You don't spend an hour lifting something in the gym. It's fine, even if you do 10 minutes of yoga, but you do that with intention.
With intention.
Knowing what you are doing, it's much better than you just going every day to a gym and doing like hard exercises, thinking about work or thinking about something else. So that mindfulness and the intention behind the modalities you do for your health, I think this is a core of being successful biohacker.
100%. Yes, and in fact, many of the longevity, anti-aging, and wellness leaders that I work with, the reason why they are so successful is because they incorporate mindfulness and intention into all of the work that they do. And for example, with some of the practices, what we have found is when the health coach, the doctor, or the practitioner really starts to work on their own thought processes, on their own intentions, now they are infusing positive energy into their practice. If I am giving you a peptide, but I'm not even thinking about it, I'm just telling you, hey, this is going to help you build muscle. It's very different than if I give you a peptide and I give it to you with the intention that, you know what, I'm infusing this peptide with positive frequencies and with positive energy, and you as the patient or the client trying to elevate yourself, take that peptide, and every time you take that peptide, you do like a blessing or an energetic infusion into it. One of my beautiful coworkers says, you know what, we pour sparkles on everything. We just put magic sparkles. And the thing is that if you're going to take a protocol, if you're going to go to the gym, why would you not amplify the effects of everything that you're doing with the positive intention, with the positive thoughts? And this is one of the things that I like to teach people, is that you have a lot of power. You are not limited in your power, and anything that's been done you can do, and guess what, you can even amplify it and do it at an elevated level. And that's going to be part of my talk today, is that today we have technology. We are easily able to share information. So there's no more secrets. Mm-hmm. All of the information is out there. So all of the people like you, like Biohackers World, like the people that come and get together to do good works, now we're sharing the information, and we all have this extraordinary intention of helping each other. So all of the protocols, the energy is already amplified, and it works much better now.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's talk a little bit about your work, because you have an amazing cases of successful doctors and healers, and you have such a comprehensive approach to how guide people in their work, no matter it's traditional medicine, healthcare professionals, or it's healers, it's people who work with energy. So do you have a story to share, maybe one of the successful cases, or something to inspire, to guide us? Tell us a little bit more about it.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things that I want to make very clear is that you can heal just about anything today. There was a time when we maybe couldn't heal everything today, but in ancient times, we had miracle workers. We had people that were called shamans or the miracle healer of the village, right? And today we just have science to back those miracles. So I will tell you about one of my clients who had prostate cancer. And this was a very successful, well-known world leader. And you know, he had everything going on. And he had the best doctors, the best biohacks, all of the protocols. And then he gets colon cancer. And he says, how could that happen to me, right? If I have all of the tools, and he was biohacking and he was doing all the things. But there was a part of him that felt a little bit guilty about all the success that he had. And once we got and realized that he was feeling guilty for his success, and we started to change his thought processes into shifting that his success is a blessing to the world. Because with his success, with his money, with his position, he could do extraordinary works to help many people in the world. Once that sunk in, he started to heal, and the cancer went away. And the doctors were actually in complete shock, but I was not in shock. People sometimes ask me, oh, what's a miracle healing that shocked you? None. Because I believe 100% in the miracle medicine that we have today. And the only difference between the people that heal and the people that don't, or the doctors or practitioners that have success with their clients, is, you know, everyone's got the protocols. The protocols are open to everyone. Obviously, we do believe as biohackers in testing and making sure that we're always tracking what's going on with our physical body. But the difference is, do you believe in your own power as a healer and as a person who can be healed? And it really is about that belief. And if you don't have it right now, you can start one thought at a time.
Yeah.
And by canceling out negative thoughts every day.
You're the most powerful thing that exists.
You
and
sure
no
are.
medicine will help you if you're not believing this. And our body, our mind, our spirit can create such amazing things. We just have no idea about it. And I would say we would probably forgot about it because we knew how to do that. But then we developed all the technologies, all the devices, and right now we so rely on those tracking data, which is also a big supporter of data and testing, because you do need to know what's going on with you first. But it's not always about numbers and about data. Sometimes it's always also about how you feel today. Did you have enough sleep? So, for example, I am really deep sleeper. I don't need all those, black dark room masks. And
you're lucky.
Yes. And I actually feel bad when I am in the dark. I love open windows, and I like to wake up when it's with the sun. I feel better. I tried all of those dark rooms, but just don't feel good. So it's so individual and personalized. And it's also interesting how our organs connected to the emotions. He was successful. He had this guilt inside deep in him, and then it reflected in the liver or heart. So there is a great information that each organ reflects one particular specific emotion. And if you think about it, it sounds like, a bit woo-woo. I mean, I'm bored in my life and then I have cancer, right? But it does connect it. It is connected.
It's 100% connected. And I think it's important for everyone to keep in mind that every single human being is here for a purpose. And it doesn't matter what level you are at, what country you're in, or what your background is, whether you are very successful or you're not successful. And success is really defined by how happy you are and how the people around you feel when they're around you. You know, it's really not just about attaining the material, although I do encourage people to be ambitious. Be ambitious in having the best health. Be ambitious in having the best mindset. Make it your goal to optimize. Yes, challenge yourself to have the most positive thoughts you can while you're in this life. Look, some people believe in reincarnation, and some people are so elevated consciously that they even remember all of their lives if they have lives, right? But most of us are just trying to do this life right now really, really well. And so I encourage people to, one thing is really remove all judgment. Anytime you have a judgment about any other person, you create an interference in the energy. But you're not just creating an interference in their energy, you're blocking your own energy centers from healing, just like you were talking about the organs. Every single thought we have affects our organs, affects our cells. What are our cells made out of? They're made out of energy. And we always talk about inputs into the cells, right? What are we taking in? Well, what we're taking in is not just on the physical level, on nutrition, it's really about our mind. It's really, are we blocking our positive emotions? For example, the more you grow consciously, and I know that you are one of these people because you have such a beautiful energy about you, it's like your heart is open, right? And you're free, and you meet people and you instantly love them. And when you allow yourself to do that, that love that you're generating, it just grows and it spreads. It's like a positive virus versus a negative virus of the mind.
And an interesting thing about energy, you don't need to be a very spiritual person to be open and to be tuned. I know the most spiritual people who have no idea that they're spiritual. They have no idea about spirituality. They have no idea about energy. Energy was like, oh my God. No, they're so, I would say, grounded in their real life, and it's fine because they're so true to themselves. It doesn't matter, believe they in energy or not, but they are tuned because they're true to yourself. And this is also a magical wand where if you are aligned with yourself, with who you are, even if you're the best biohacker and you do all those like dots in your head, tracking data, tests, and you're really into this and you are true to yourself, that's who you are. This is amazing, and you're the most spiritual person probably because you do what you love, you do what you believe in, and this is just the way to go. And then you have this love, and it starts with love, and
it continues to grow. So with that, I love that you talked about being spiritual and what defines spirituality. So I work with a lot of very scientific doctors, right? And they want all of the science, they want all of the evidence. And some of them tell me, they say, listen, I know you do that spiritual stuff, but I just want the science. And these doctors are changing lives. They are healing people. And I tell these doctors, when you are inspired, you are in spirit. When you are helping one person, and always include yourself in the people you're helping, you are the most spiritual person in the world, whether you want to call it spirituality or not.
It just happens.
You're spiritual as soon as you help yourself and one person. This is what divinity is. This is what spirituality is. It's just doing good works, being kind, and being filled with love, and allowing yourself to love humanity enough to do one good thing for yourself and always at least one good thing for someone else.
And probably just very quick last question, your favorite biohack, if you had to choose, what is your favorite one?
Yes, movement, absolutely. Movement, building strength, building muscle, and that's two-pronged approach because, so when you move your body, you have two things. One, of course, we all know that building muscle has now become one of the top things you can do, not only to prevent osteopenia, not only to prevent cognitive decline. The more muscle you build, the better brain capacity you have, the stronger you are. One of the main things, especially as women, we need to do is not fall down as we get older. We need muscle to protect those bones. But building muscle Building physical strength also clears energy. It's a great way to clear energy when you're feeling down. And it builds resilience, it builds determination, it builds grit, and it builds confidence. You always feel more empowered when you can move.
Thank you so much. Follow Lea in her journey with her work. It's amazing what she does. Join us for the next conferences in Miami, New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. Stay tuned, and thank you so much. It was an amazing conversation.
Thank
always
you, Olia.
Pleasure to talk
always
to
a
you.
pleasure, yes.
Okay guys, if you missed Chicago, if you missed Los Angeles, it's okay, no panic, because we have the same event in Miami early November. Really come, it's an amazing community. We learned so much, and even so, even if you think you're a biohacker who knows everything, believe me, you will learn something in Miami.